You feel like you've done it all. You've seen the doctors, popped the vitamins, and completely overhauled your diet, and you're still so tired. You have days where a thick brain fog just settles in and refuses to leave. You seem to catch every single cold that makes the rounds at work. Your digestion is a mess, your muscles ache for no apparent reason, and you wake up feeling just as drained as when you collapsed into bed. What if I told you the answer isn't hiding in another pill bottle or some new fad diet? What if the real reason you feel this way is a secret your own body has been trying to tell you, but you just haven't learned how to speak the language yet? Let me tell you about someone we'll call Sarah. For years, Sarah was completely trapped in a cycle of mysterious health problems. It kicked off with a crippling fatigue that made the simple act of getting out of bed feel like a monumental achievement. Then came the digestive chaos, the bloating, the pain, and totally unpredictable reactions to food. She had constant tension headaches and a dull, nagging ache that lived in her shoulders and back. She went from one doctor to the next. She saw specialists. She did the blood tests, the scans, the scopes. And the results were always the same. Everything looks normal. A few doctors suggested it was just stress and that she should try yoga. One even gently implied that maybe, just maybe, it was all in her head. Sarah started to feel like she was losing her mind. She felt utterly alone, betrayed by a body that was failing her, and a medical system that just shrugged its shoulders. Her relationships started to fray. She was too tired to see her friends, too irritable from the non-stop discomfort. She felt like a ghost in her own life, just watching everyone else move forward while she was stuck in this invisible prison of pain and exhaustion. Does any of that sound familiar? The frustration? The confusion? The feeling that there's a huge piece of your own health puzzle missing? The turning point for Sarah wasn't some new drug or a miracle cure. It was a revelation. It was the discovery that the root cause of her physical suffering wasn't physical at all. It was emotional. Now, this isn't just some feel-good theory. It's a solid field of study called psychoneuroimmunology. It's a mouthful, I know, but the idea behind it is actually pretty simple. Psycho is your mind, your thoughts, feelings, and emotions. Neuro is your nervous system, the body's electrical wiring. And immunology is your immune system, your internal army that fights off invaders. Psychoneuroimmunology is the science of how your mind, nervous system, and immune system are in a constant, deep conversation. They aren't separate departments. They are one fully integrated system. Think of your body's stress response as a super advanced alarm system. When you face a real threat, like a car suddenly swerving into your lane, that alarm goes off. Your brain screams for the release of stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. Your heart pounds, your muscles clench, and your immune system gets a quick jolt, all to get you ready to either fight or run for your life. It's a brilliant survival mechanism. But what happens when that alarm system gets stuck in the on position? What if the threat isn't a swerving car, but a toxic job, a painful relationship, money worries, or even an old, unprocessed emotional wound from your childhood? Your body literally can't tell the difference. When powerful emotions like chronic stress, anger, or grief are pushed down, ignored, or just never dealt with, they don't simply vanish. They keep that alarm blaring, day in and day out. This state of chronic alert leads to a constant, low-level drip of cortisol into your system. And here's the crucial part. While cortisol is helpful in short bursts, over time your body's cells start to ignore it, becoming resistant to its effects. This creates a massive problem, leading to widespread chronic inflammation, which science now shows is a key driver of countless chronic illnesses. Meanwhile, your immune system, constantly being messed with by these stress signals, gets weakened and dysregulated. This is why you become more vulnerable to every virus you encounter and why your body just can't seem to heal itself properly. This is the real reason you're always sick and tired. Your body isn't broken. Its resources are being hijacked by an alarm that won't shut off. Let's make this crystal clear. Let's connect the dots between specific, suppressed emotions and the physical symptoms you might be feeling right now. First up, stress and anxiety. When you're marinating in a constant state of low-grade panic, your body is always on high alert. This is what creates that classic wired but tired feeling. You're completely exhausted, but you can't get deep, restful sleep because your nervous system is buzzing. That chronic release of stress hormones can totally wreck your gut, leading to things like IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, bloating, and indigestion. A weakened immune system from all that stress is exactly why you might be the person who catches the office cold or gets frequent cold sores. Your body is too busy fighting perceived internal threats to deal with the external ones. Next, let's talk about anger. So many of us are taught that anger is a bad emotion. So what do? We swallow it. We force a smile when we're absolutely fuming inside. But that anger has to go somewhere. It gets stored in the body as physical tension. That persistent knot in your neck, the tight jaw you wake up with from grinding your teeth all night, those tension headaches that just won't quit. That can be the physical manifestation of words left unsaid and rage left unfelt. It's the repression of the anger, not the anger itself, that does the damage. Finally, let's look at the heavy, crushing weight of grief. Grief isn't just in your head. It is a full-body experience. Unresolved grief can settle into your bones as a profound fatigue that no amount of sleep can touch. It can manifest as a literal heaviness or tightness in your chest, the physical feeling of a broken heart. It can sabotage your sleep and weaken your immune system, leaving you vulnerable. In extreme cases, sudden, intense grief can even trigger a condition called Takotsubo cardiomyopathy, or broken heart syndrome, a very real, stress-induced heart condition that perfectly mimics a heart attack. That's the undeniable power our emotions have over our physical heart. Your symptoms aren't random. They're messages. They are the language of a body that has been desperately trying to get your attention. So, how do you start learning this language? It begins not by trying to fix yourself, but simply by learning to listen. Here are 3 gentle, straightforward steps you can start with today. First, the body scan. No fancy equipment or yoga mat required. Tonight, when you lie down in bed, just close your eyes and take a few slow, deep breaths. Start at the tips of your toes and slowly bring your awareness all the way up through your body. Don't judge. Don't try to change anything. Just notice. Where is there tightness, aches, numbness, a buzzing feeling, heat, cold? Is your jaw clenched? Are your shoulders trying to become earrings? You're not looking for problems. You're just gathering information. You are, maybe for the first time, starting a real conversation with your body. Second, the name it to tame it. Journaling. Keep a small notebook by your bed. Before you go to sleep, just make 2 columns. In the first, write down a physical symptom you noticed that day. In the second, write down a strong emotion you felt. It can be super simple, like tension headache, felt ignored in that meeting, or upset stomach, worried about that big deadline. You don't need to analyze it or solve it. The simple act of putting them side by side starts to build a bridge in your brain between your physical state and your emotional world. You're becoming a compassionate witness to your own inner life. Third, the conscious sigh. A sigh is your body's natural built-in pressure release valve, but we're often taught to suppress it. So don't. Several times a day, I want you to intentionally let out a deep, audible sigh. Breathe in deep through your nose, and then just let it all out of your mouth with a sound. Feel your shoulders drop. Feel the tension in your face and chest release. This tiny act is a powerful signal to your nervous system that it's safe to stand down, even if just for a moment. It's a physical declaration that you are letting go. Imagine a future where you don't live in fear of your body's signals. Instead, you understand them. Imagine having more energy, less pain, and a deep, intuitive knowing of what you truly need to feel good. This isn't a fantasy. This is what becomes possible when you stop treating your body like an enemy and start seeing it as your wisest friend and messenger. This journey is a practice. It's about unlearning a lifetime of being told to suck it up, and instead giving yourself radical permission to feel. If this resonated with you, let me know in the comments below. What's one symptom or emotion you're starting to see a connection between? And if you want to go deeper on this journey, be sure to subscribe. We are just getting started. Remember this: your body isn't failing you, it's communicating with you. It's finally time to learn its language.